There we go. That works so much better when everything is plugged in. So anyway, let me turn that down. Deja vu. Hello, Orbit fans. It's time for another exciting game of Orbit's football. Yes, we're still on Madden 21 because A, we don't have Madden 22 yet, and secondly, even if we did, you can't just transfer the teams over, or a league over, which you should be able to do. That would be so much more convenient. Like every sports game should do that. Transfer your roster, or create a wrestler, or create a fight, or whatever, from the previous game onto the next one. Anywho, we have a few things to cover. First, that thing, I don't know why it's up there, but I think if we don't mess with it, it'll just go away. Secondly, we wanted to take a look and highlight, oh wait, let me highlight after we advance, if the thing will go on. Oh, we have some players to upgrade. Speaking of the person we wanted to highlight, him, and you'll see why in a second. If you've been watching, you know why. At least the last 2-3 games. He's just gotten better, which is scary, not for us, but for everyone else. Quarterback's gotten better, and he was a Pro Bowler last season as a rookie. Doug Costin getting better, that's good. Hopefully we won't need him as much with Bragg back. Tom, we won't put him back in if he gets hurt. Say that Francisco doing big things as our tight end, taking over for Eifert. I think that's the name. Always nice to get upgrades from our O-linemen, especially since our O-line is suspect. Colin Johnson constantly getting better and being a bigger part of our team. He's had a couple good games. Randomly will improve his accuracy. Usually just go with what the coach said, unless we have someone like this who can choose what he wants, and he's choosing his receiving. Alright, now we'll advance to next week, and then we want to show you something. Highlight. Oh, we got more guys to upgrade. That guy's got a good first name. Prove his run stopping, no, it's because he's in the 70s. And our backup quarterback. Shoot, what did he want? I'll ask him later. What? That one? Oh, okay. Never mind. I just got the info, but he went in. Alright, now we're gonna highlight something. And the whole NF of the L. Wait, that didn't make sense. I should have gone the other way. There we go. If he's not leading the league in interceptions, I'd be surprised. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, what? Alright, something's wrong here. Might be a Madden glitch, because you know, Madden. There he is. Alright, so he leads our team with 7 interceptions. That's what I wanted to show you. But somehow, he doesn't lead the NFL. Madden being Madden, folks. But that's what we want to show you. How beast Derek Lewis has been for us in the last few games. Averaging more than an interception a game. 7 in 5 games. But to be fair, he did get 4 in like one. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 3. Was it 4? Yeah, that was sick. But anyway, let's go check out our opponents for tonight. If you've watched this series before, and you missed our preseason, get back to quarterbacks. Anyway, like I was saying, if you've seen our series before but missed the preseason, you may remember Colin Kaepernick was a quarterback for the Broncos. Oops, I missed. There we go. He is not anymore. Drew Lock is now their quarterback. Kaepernick somehow went to the Falcons, I guess free agency maybe, and is backing up Matt Ryan, unless something's happened since then. Anyway, here's our opponents dealing with Drew Lock. Halfback is Marlon Mack. Good 1-2 punch of running backs there. Then a big drop off. Probably won't see them anyway. Fullback. Wow, decent fullback. You really don't see that many good fullbacks in this game anymore. Good 1-2-3 there. A little drop off, but we're barely going to see those guys. Tight ends. Dang. Noah Fant. Hopefully he Noah catch. Ba-dum-bump. Thank you. Alright, their O-line, an 83 left tackle in Bowles. That's pretty good. 80 left guard in Risner. 74 center. Nice to see somewhat of a weakness there with our our defensive tackle. Gets even worse with Glasgow at 77, which isn't terrible. And James at 75, so it kind of diminishes as it goes from left to right. Alright, let's look at their defense. They're rolling with D. Ford at the left end, pretty good with 81. The right end is Shelby Harris at 78. And defensive tackle, 74. I am going to guess they're running a 3-4 with that group of D linemen, but let's check out their East. Alright, we've dealt with good box players. Okay. Jewell and Dickerson are their middle linebackers. That'd still be a better 1-2 than their 2 defensive tackles. And then their outside is Bradley Chubb, which is pretty good. So it's really good. Looking at the cornerbacks, they got one good one in Bryce Callahan, decent ones in in Ojemudia. I think I pronounced that right. Oh Lord, I was on a roll. Worry. Anyway, 70 Hill and then Kendrick. Not a great secondary, but we got to watch out for Callahan. Safeties, yeesh. Watch out for him roaming the field. And their strong safety, Julian Love, decent, but not anything scary. Their kicker, Greg Zuerlein, pretty good. Shouldn't have to worry about fake field goals, hopefully. And their punter sucks. I'm expecting a fake punt sometime during this game. Kick returners, Javian Hawkins, 86. Probably not too much to worry about there. And KJ Hamler, 85. Again, not much to worry about, but I probably jinxed us now. They're going to get a kick and or punt return for a touchdown or put themselves in a position to... I believe that's everything. It looks like not touching that relocation thing kept us safe. Alright, let's get this game going. Alright, as usual. Oh, Sunday primetime. Last year we had all these Thursday night games. I think this is our second Sunday night game. But anyway, as usual, I always like to remind you that our coach is not... I think I do this in the wrong order. Anyway, our coach is not Matt Hedrick. It's Mike Ditka. Find the first video for the explanation why. And as always, we will jump out, leave things to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, while me and my boy play. My guy. Not my boy, I don't have a son. I don't have any kids that I know about. Alright, see you on the other side.
Tonight, from Orlando, Florida, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Saints taking on the Denver Broncos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Orlando Orbits. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 17 carries, 65 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
15 yards on the play, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. He completes this one to Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Shotgun snap to Lock. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands.
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it. Ran the ball some. They threw it out.
first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Kyler Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The timeout here is we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. Number 20. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Quick slant as the throw's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
5-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
10 more yards.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Here's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the... Now we get to turn it all loose.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
Broncos, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the full expression.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And even 70 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll run it with Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Touchdown.
Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, get down to those starters blocks like yours.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And from the right side here, complete. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of...
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. And we just saw their first one of this game.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
So much about this game.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Broncos 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you look at the tablet, it's interesting.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Locke working out of the gun. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
Launch pass.
Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Marlon Mack. Incomplete. 3.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And take it right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. After 1, right here on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And it leads to a 4th down.
That was well defended.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they...
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. It is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Mack gets hit, and the ball is free. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And look at this, it's a fake. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a turnover on downs. But look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go. Going there, hoping to get it. They run the counter now on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 41 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. And getting to his second.
On for the point after, Corey Vedvik. It's good to make it 17-7.
Good.
So that drive spanned 5 plays.
17. Broncos 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are, and they're really excited.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Mack. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the gun. Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this relatively small sample size, but they're not. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal.
9-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
17. Broncos 10.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their error.
So what they're seeing so far is...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connection made with Chenault. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9.
The tackle made.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards the
pickup there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Ball carried by number 2.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Intended for number 12. Incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On now is the punter. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. Strategy is
they begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Block. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1-yard gain.
That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. From the gun, Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 30-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Broncos 13.
And for the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it? Because we did ask them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. From 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
And he fires one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
So many times we talk about defender running with a receiver.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation if you got the back in your own territory? Block now on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again. Block. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Sack.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game. Been more effective through the air. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. 27-14, the final tally. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. 30-24 was the final. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects. Or counters, as I also like to.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 25. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because if you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings... Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Makes the score Orbits 20, Broncos 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. This is the tight end Fant.
Lock's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
was late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now a running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
Complete to Marlon Mack.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder. The quarterback on that play.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
9-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Orbits 20, Broncos 16.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field.
I'm with you on that one.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done?
Sometimes when you have a running back...
Clock now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And now it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Block. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah. A lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they?
And a give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection.
With those faster passes, they bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession. Of a refrain. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 2. Locke working out of the gun. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Operating from the gun. Locke. And got his man complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still 1st down.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. But it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw again. Lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his... By the time he tried to look elsewhere...
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll bring him back within a point.
Broncos 19.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just hand. Pretty good day.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The ball carried.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throw here, hauled in, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they're spotted right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it in for the touchdown. LaVisca Chenault, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys... Vedvik now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. That time, a 9-play drive.
Makes the score Orbits 20. Broncos 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Locke. And that's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although
the Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
32-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the nurse this slim lead. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work pick this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their now they're likely going to have to give.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Marlon Mack now out there. He is knocking on the Lock now on first down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They went into coverage and just like that.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Orlando takes back over on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot of some 4-minute offense, obviously. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays, they've moved it a combined 33 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's got his big tight end here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relative.
Yeah, you can.
The kicker on for the
Extra point try now for Vedvik. And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Broncos 19.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now Drew Lock and the Broncos down by 15. A little under a minute 50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first. From the gun, Lock toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lock. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Now a desperate, this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. Excited about this. I know you are.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the special teams, 93.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Orlando, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah, so long, Charles, or Brandon Gaudin. Anyway, that was a pretty good game. We got a It made it a little less interesting there at the end, and then it got a little more interesting. But we come away on top, and you see Curtis Kreger better job than Drew Lock, who just collapsed at the end of the game. Like I said, Curtis Kreger better game, 77% passing, first 53, like the rushing. Eddie was able to get 100 yards, over 100 yards, 114 yards on 26 carries. Marlon Mack should have been getting the ball a lot more. Well, he had like one big gain. If you take that away, I'm not sure his average is that great, because it would have been like 29 yards on 13 carries. Pollard, big fourth down run. Keon Pollard there. Should have been a touchdown. Refs and review guys for some trash. Wayne, not a great game. 3 carries, only 5 yards and no touchdown for the first time this season. Melvin Gordon, 4 for 4 yards. Tim Patrick, 1 for negative yards on a jet sweep. Curtis Kreger, negative 3 yards. I don't know if he actually ran the ball. It's more of a sack result. Anywho, LaVisca Chenault with 9 catches for 106 yards. Eddie Hargett, second in the game and on the team for 41 yards with 8 catches. Marlon Mack led his team with 7 catches, 64 yards. Cesar Francisco had 7 catches for 62 yards. Tommy Simmons had 5 catches for 100 yards. Nice game there. Colin Johnson, also a nice game with 5 catches for 93 yards. Noah Fant, not as scary as I thought he might be, but that might be because Drew Lock missed him wide open a couple times. Had 4 catches for 34 yards. Tim Patrick, 3 catches for 70 yards. Cortland Sutton, 3 catches for 89 yards. Jerry Jeudy, 2 catches for 73 yards. Patrick and Sutton killing us with their height. Bateman, 2 catches for 25 yards. Albert Okwuegbunam, 1 catch for 8 yards. Carlos Wayne, 1 catch for 9. And Ruckert had a drop. Was he the only dropsy guy? No, it's Eddie oh no. Marlon Mack had a drop. Blocking, let's see who the scapegoats are. Well, no one gave up more than 1, it looks like. For Orlando, Rashawn Slater gave up 1. Juwan Taylor gave up 1. And Ben Barch, as usual, gives up at least 1. For Denver, Abraham Lucas gives up 1. Lloyd Cushenberry III gave up 1. And Dalton Rising gives up 1. Let's look at the defense, and of course, as always, we only care about our defense. Solo tackles, tie between Derek Lewis and Rob Marino. Assists, 3 from Curtis Kreger. Total goes to Derek Lewis with 7. Hey, look who came in second. Tackles for losses, 2 for Michael Bragg, 2 for Colavan Chezon, 1 for Adonis Andrews, 1 for Joe Schobert, 1 for Derek Lewis, and 1 for Grant Kreger. Sacks, 3 sacks in the day, 1 for recently upgraded Doug Costin, 1 for Morgan Fox from the end, and oh yeah, I got 1. Oh, and so did Colavan Chezon. But remember mine? Anyway, interceptions, none for the first time in a while. Pass deflections, 1 for Gatewood, 1 for Dan Lewis, 1 for Grant Kreger. Forced fumbles. Oh, I thought there was a forced fumble that was recovered by the offense. Guess not. Kicking. Let's get back over here. Kari Vedvik went 2 for 3. His longest was 36 yards. No block. 4-4 on extra points. He made 1, attempted, made 1 from 29 yards or less. Attempted, made 1 from 30 to 39 yards, and then he missed that 57-yarder. Punting. Is it me or is kicking the only position they don't automatically go back to the front? Anyway, 4 punts from Gillikin for 174 yards. 175 yards, 43.7 average, net yards, and blah, blah, blah. Here's what I usually care about, is punts inside the 20, and he had 2, half of them. 1 touchback, that means he could have had a corner kick, but he didn't. That was pretty close. Should have gave me more accuracy. And kick returns. TJ Carter, 6 kick returns, 143 yards, 23.8 average. As you know, I don't like anything under 25 since touchbacks go to the 25. Tommy Simmons recovered the onside kick and got nowhere. For punting, though, or punt returns, Tommy Simmons had 3 for 15 yards, 5 average, longest was 12 yards. And that's the stats. Let's look at highlights, like my sack. First, 2nd and 11 on the 18. Kurt Traeger passed to Con Johnson for 20 yards. 1st and 10 Denver, 1 yard rush by Eddie Hargett. Let's look at that right now. If I remember the controls. Alright, there we go. Here it is, handoff to the left. Great blocking, outruns that pursuit because the guy trips over his own man. And he just gets in there and gets tackled after he goes in the end zone. It's very much a blocking and tripping over themselves kind of highlight there for us. Let us back up and look at this. I remember this. It's definitely get me part of, because I didn't feel right in the controls of this one. I went up because I could tell it was a run, and I was like, oh, let me back up. And there's a handoff. He gets a nice hole. There's a miss there by somebody, can't tell. Blocker gets me, and he's off to the races. Fortunately, I'm not sure why we're looking at him. Fortunately, a linebacker catches him last second. Shoot, he may have... Sorry, I'm going to zoom in here. Alright, he's down there. Okay. He didn't get screwed like our guy did. And they didn't even show that. That wasn't a highlight? Oh well. And then their touchdown play. Let's rotate this. Get a good angle. Zoom out. There I am. I'm supposed to... I'm on the... Look at my angle here. Remember on this play, I was supposed to take this... I was supposed to take zone over there, but I also saw the handoff. So boom. I'll run. There we go. Saw the handoff, saw the obvious run, so I tried to cut in front of that guy, but they were quick enough to come get me, and really I was the only threat to stop that play. And they had 3 blockers to neutralize it. Not to pat myself on the back, but anyway, 2nd 8 on Orlando, 7:25. We got that 53-yard pass to Thomas Simmons. Oops. Good blocking, Tommy Simmons. See what happens here with this one. It's like, man, there's a hitch. Pass comes, fools. Whoever that is, I can't read his name. Anyway, he goes for the ball. Big mistake. He's lucky. That guy is safety. Oops. Yeah, safety. It's lucky the strong safety was able to catch up. Barely. Talk about a shoestring. Holy cow. Look at that. That saved the touchdown. Didn't save the game though. Anyway, moving on. Sack. No good. Another sack. Pretty much caused us to... Yeah, first quarter. Did we not score on that? First 10 Denver, Caesar, 10 yards, sack. Oh, I think that's when we, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, he got the first down there. First and goal, Denver first sack. 2 yards, 9 yards. Okay, so we went for the field goal and we got it. Alright, so, sorry, I was confused by something. Anywho, first play of the second quarter, Curtis gets sacked. 3rd and 9 on Denver's 48, fumble recovered by Dan Lewis, which was overturned, rightfully so. And then on 4th and 2, 6-yard, they go for it? Oh yeah, that was a weird, yeah, let's take a look at that. Here's the odd, super odd, I don't know why I'm saying odd like that. So let me walk you through this play. So obviously it's a fake. Goes to number 83. He mishandles it, bounces off his helmet, spins in the air magically, lands right into the guy we thought had the ball. Damn, how did he not get hurt? Holy Lord! And then the ball magically goes to him, and since he's in the ground, that counts as being down. Anyway, let's take a look at this big play here. Colin Johnson. That play took a little while to develop, but worked out great. Let's see Colin Johnson on this play. I'll get to that. Colin Johnson out of the slot, goes a slant, takes a little while to get through traffic there, and boom, finally open. Hold on, I want to see something. Good blocking for the most part. He gets rid of that just in time. And the play develops beautifully. Good stiff arm there, and gets another 5, 10, 15 yards after the stiff arm. Alright, third and goal, Tommy. And this is the drive capper. We see Tommy. Tommy on the outside there. Cuts, oh no, he cuts over top at one, underneath another, and boom, that middle is wide to flip open. And here we start seeing the Broncos start taking advantage of their tall receivers. I thought I had this one picked. Like, bam, right there, I am in the middle of the target circle. And he just goes up and catches it. I probably should have stuck with him a little more, not paid attention to the... I thought it was going to be overthrown, really. Unfortunately, I was able to make the tackle. What a great recovery! Pat myself on the back. Another taking advantage of their height. We do have a smaller secondary, with me being the tallest at 6'2". Everyone else is like 5'10" or less, I think. That was a great catch. I could have swore that was going to be out of bounds. Or that was out of bounds. Able to tap the toe. Beautiful. We were going to challenge, but we're inside 2 minutes. Yes. Do they not have my sack as a highlight? I don't see it. Anyway, there is a sack though. But that's pretty much how the second half ends. Go third quarter. Not much scoring. Not many highlights, doesn't look like. Another big play here to... Was this a slip screen? Yeah, it was. Well, sorta. Great play, though. We left the middle wide open. What was I doing on that play? No. Yeah, I had the outside. Either I had man on him or I had the outside zone. Third and 2, Denver 28, 1 yard rush, negative 1 yard rush. Very uneventful third quarter. Fourth quarter, it lit up with 24 total points. Started with the Drew Lock sack. That wasn't mine, was it? No. And then here they go again, using those tall receivers on our shorter secondary. Definitely our weakness is the size. Oh, he just burnt. Let's see. Try to gauge what we were doing. Zone? Oh no, that's straight up man. Oh, and Rob got a little foot tied, but was able to make the tackle at least. Oh, and it was a blitz with no secondary help. There they go. Take advantage of the man on the outside guarding the tight end. Noah Fant's only real big play. Fortunately, he might have had more. Oh, poor Rob's in that one again. That's not so much his fault. That just happens to be a formation that doesn't match the play. We put the lineup on the outside there, and he cuts in like that and gets through there so easy. Doesn't even get bumped. Not much you can do. But he makes the tackles. Look at this big, another Colin Johnson. He went out, or he got injured, and we took him out for Sean McKenzie. And either they only took him out of certain formations, or they took him out of the overall wide receiver and kept him in slot. Or Johnson was like, screw it, I'm staying in. But let's see this one. Johnson looks like man. Makes a great cut. Leaves that guy lost. Or it was zone, and he just ran out of that dude's zone. And then Chenault with his second touchdown of the season. Let's back this up. I know Chenault's way over. It's to the left. Oh, maybe he's not. He's on the right. Usually lines up on the left. Lines way outside on the right. Goes a little in. And then cuts it out. Beautiful. He's able to get in there. I was a little worried right about there that he wouldn't get it. No momentum with that man barreling down on him. But he's able to stick it in. And, okay. And then we have another touchdown. Let's check out Eddie's second touchdown on the game. Oh, that one came about. One going right up the middle and just good enough blocking. He just needed a yard. Makes cut. Yeah, I think he's in for it. Even gets touched. And then another touchdown, and he gets tackled going after he gets the touchdown. And here's another play of highlight of the Broncos taking advantage of their size. Oh no, that one was different. That one was, if you're gonna put any blame, that would probably have to be on me. No huddle, so last second I see what I have to do. And I just didn't know he was running that fly so good or so hard. And then that's about all she wrote. I'm mad my sack wasn't a highlight. At least I didn't see it. Anyway, that's it for the game, folks. Join us next time for more exciting Orbits action. Like, subscribe, follow, turn on notifications, cover your mouth when you sneeze. We'll see you next time. Stay strong, Orbit fans. Peace.